Hello, everybody, and welcome to the pregame Boomer Report here for the Field Hockey Championship matchup here at Grant Field for the first time in program history. This is the first time that not only a championship has been played, but this was also the first time just in all of female sports history that a female sports team has had a home playoff. And what has that meant to the team and the school, Ant?
I mean, first of all, how great is that Dean College is finally, on the map, Matthew. This field hockey team really just, from the ground up, Coach Meg Gutierrez. I mean, we keep saying it broadcast to broadcast, but we got to emphasize it. This team is different. Going from winless to 2 wins to now the GNAC tournament last year and now in the championship against a great school in Colby Sawyer. So that just really is bringing this program up and potentially for a deep future as well.
Yeah, it's been an adventure for both teams to get here. It's been tough. The Colby Sawyer Chargers are number 3, and the Bulldogs are first in the GNAC for this matchup today. And it's just been an adventure. There have been also a bunch of star players on both teams. For Colby Sawyer, a young sophomore forward, Brooke Farquhar, who leads not only her team but also the GNAC with 28 goals, who she actually recently just took the lead from Dean's own Sydney Ramus, who currently has 25 goals on the season. So both of these ladies, very big contributions to the team and score a lot. For both of them, that's averaging over a goal that they've played so far this season.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Matthew. We're in for a high-octane offense game. Maybe the scoreboard won't show it in this one because, again, Dean's defense is really awesome, too. You have Sarah Gardner back there. You have this back line with Mock. And then for Colby Sawyer, it's really trying to figure out how to get through. The last time these two teams met, 4-1 right here at Grant. And Dean really got off to a very slow start. Multiple green cards in that one, getting down early and just not able to climb out of that hole.
Yeah, this was the only team that the Bulldogs have lost to so far in the GNAC this year. They've beat every other team so far. They just haven't beat the Chargers today. And we can't go without mentioning another star player is Emily Yazzetti.
Yes.
Who also has 19 goals and has been really helping her out. Both Ramus and Yazzetti are at the top of the GNAC with 164 and 116 shots, respectively. And Farquhar is also 5th on that list, who's also making an impact with 90 shots.
How lucky are the Bulldogs to have Emily Yazzetti and Sydney Ramus? I mean, almost every goal that the Bulldogs score, it's Ramus to Yazzetti or Yazzetti to Ramus. It's just they're always so flashy on this team, and just the speed of Ramus to go through the defense and get some great shots in it. As you said, the 1-2 in shots, and I think the 2-3 somewhere around that area in goals, just insane.
You are correct. Ramus is 2nd in goals, and Yaz is 5th.
5th.
Yes. So, and for Jillian Ferdetti, who is also a Charger, is to look out for. She's third in assists currently for the Chargers, in the GNAC. But right behind her is Farquhar with 14. And Emily Yazzetti also leads with 21 assists so far over the year. And now we're going to move on to more of the defensive side and the goalie matchup for today. What do you see?
It seems like it's going to be Addie Aranio for the Chargers today. She is 7 for 7 in her save opportunities in 5 games. And looking at this Charger team, it seems like they go with a goalie by committee sort of thing. Sort of what we saw out of the Bulldogs in the regular season with Stockwell and Gardner. Gardner would get the start. Stockwell would get the 4th quarter. But it'll be really interesting to see more of a larger sample size with Araneo. And maybe we see their backup in this one.
Yeah,
Ashley Blashik.
And what are some of your keys to the game? Like, what are you expecting?
We did touch on this earlier, Matthew, but I think it's just limiting these penalty corners for both sides. I mean, that is really where most of the offense kicks in for both sides. Dean, they're without their playmaker today on these penalty corners, Shea Cassani. They really got to figure out who's that next man up, and that's really the thing for the future of this program as well. Who's that next man up? A big, heavy, top-heavy senior class for the Bulldogs. And as for Colby Sawyer, you got to find a way to get through this defense. Sarah Gardner is really one of the best goalies in the GNAC. She's top 4 in every major stat, and it's going to be Sydney Ramus, knowing where she is on the field at all times, because she is lightning in the bottle. The second she gets in the open field, she's gone.
Yes, this is going to be a very tough battle for both teams to try to land a spot in this NCAA tournament coming up, as well as This is just going to be a very, very, very tough game, hard-fought battle, and this is going to be it for Matthew Harkey, and alongside me, Anthony Matos. Miro McIntyre Clare was the first you heard. The next voices you will hear are Brett Chavs, our PA announcer for today's game, and then you will hear Dan Bottolino and Dawson DeBari for the game action. We will be back. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the halftime Boomer Report here at Grant Field for this GNAC Field Hockey Championship game, Anthony. And man, this one's been amazing so far.
It's been an amazing game. If you are a Dean College Bulldog fan, just, Matthew, dare I say dominance in this first half from the Bulldogs? I mean, just everything going their way in this one with 8 shots on goal. And that was really the big thing coming into this one, Matthew. Getting shots on this inexperienced keeper for the Chargers.
Yeah, when you have your 2 shots leaders and Yazzetti and Ramus just putting shots on the goal, this is why they rank so high within goals as well as shots, because they're just putting them in when they're making the shots.
Yeah, and the Dogs, both, as you said in this one, Ramus and Yazzetti, both with 3 shots on goal. Let's go to Ramus's goal. The second goal in this one. It was more of a save, and then Ramus just left on her own island and putting that one back in.
Yeah, she was right in the middle of everything. It came literally right back to her, and then she just put it in again. She just put it right back where it came from, as you would say in baseball, with a line drive right back up at the pitcher.
Yeah, and that's really just a marking thing on Colby Sawyer. Controlling rebounds is going to be a big thing in the second half. And as we get into Gregan's goal, the first one really got this crowd into it. I think after that one, all the momentum shifted to the Bulldogs side.
Yeah, there's definitely a different atmosphere here today as well with all these fans. One of the most fans I've ever seen on this
This was
campus,
bigger
on
than
this
the
field.
basketball game, I'm pretty sure. This looks bigger.
I would imagine, yes, because this game means everything to us, the fans, and the teams. There's Colby Sawyer, there's Dean. They're all sort of on their own half line, sort of splits them up.
It seems like midfield splits them perfectly over here. But Matthew, if you're Coach Gutierrez in this one, what are you saying to your girls in this huddle? Do you keep your foot on the gas, or do you sort of like play from the back here, play defensively? I mean, your defense is already playing well.
You have to. I always say don't get complacent. You can't be getting complacent. You do have a 2-goal lead, but you still have to give your 100% until that final buzzer goes. And that's what Coach Megan Gutierrez is definitely saying to her team. They can't get complacent. They can't take their foot off the gas. They just need to keep on going, keep on playing, and the girls are gonna come out here and with regeneralized energy and just keep on going and doing what they did in the first half.
And another thing we touched on pregame before we get into a second half outlook here, 2-4 in terms of those corners, and Dean taking advantage of one of those corners. What does Colby Sawyer have to do to really stop that from the Bulldogs and potentially keep this a 2-goal game?
They need to stop having fouls with inside the 15-meter arc is the big thing to stop the fouls. You need to get the ball out, and if a foul happens there, a foul happens there. But you need to not be within the 15 meters in order for this to happen.
And coming in, we mentioned the absence of Cassani for the Bulldogs. It's really been the Emma Mock show on these corners. She's really stepped into that role really well, even though she did get a couple reps in the other games when it was on the other side.
Yes, I was just about to say that too. Mock did, even when Cassani was playing, she was still inserting a couple every once in a while just to make sure that she was also able to do that as well.
And Matthew, what can we really look forward to the second half? I'm really looking forward to see how the Bulldogs come out firing. I believe they start with possession in this one, in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. Yes?
I think so,
yes.
So, we will definitely see some more fire from both teams, I think. Both teams are going to be a little bit rejuvenized. Colby Sawyer definitely is going to come out here and want to win. They don't want to go home. They want to, especially in this championship game, you don't necessarily want to go home, right? You want to keep playing, especially for these seniors and graduate students that they have there, where this could potentially be their last season and last time playing field hockey. And this is one of the biggest stages that they have. And everybody just wants to keep on doing it and keep on going from both teams.
And I would love to see more Emma Gregan minutes. She's only got 14 minutes this one, but 14 really solid minutes, 3 shots, 1 on goal. Matthew, that wraps up our halftime Boom Report. We'll see you post-game And now we throw it to Delson and Dan on the call. Right back at it in a flash.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the post-game Boomer Report. And we have just had an amazing game. I am absolutely speechless right now, Anthony.
Matthew, what an amazing game, not only for these girls, but for the school itself. Just getting a championship under their belt and punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament, the first NCAA tournament that Dean has been in since men's lacrosse last spring.
Not to mention the first time in history of field hockey that it was like this. If you remember just 3 years ago when the captain, Sydney Ramus, right now, they had a winless season. Winless season. And then for the three-year turnaround to go to this, to absolutely go to absolutely the top, and now punching your way into D3 NCAA tournament, like, it's just an amazing accomplishment for everybody involved, and it was an amazing accomplishment for obviously the Colby Sawyer Chargers to get here as well. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations to them, yes. They played a heck of a game, Matthew. I mean, that whole second half, everyone was on the edge of their seat. Colby Sawyer was consistently fighting at the net, getting shots off, but two of them got waved off, I'm pretty sure, at the net.
Yes, because they weren't inside the shooting box
when
they shot. So there's that. You have to make sure that you're inside the shooting box when you shoot, as well as you can shoot it, but if somebody tips it in, that also counts. So you have to either tip it or make sure you're in the box.
Just a heck of a game from Gardner and Areno. Just unbelievable goaltending from Sarah Gardner. Can we touch on that a little bit, Matthew? She was just a brick wall tonight. I know you're pulling up the stats for Gardner. Just getting out there, deflecting all these balls. Only one goal past her in this one. And that made it 2-1. That made things a little interesting. And then Emily Yazzetti with the goal of her career into the bottom left corner of the net late, halfway through that fourth quarter to really put a bow on this one.
Absolutely. Gardner faced 9 shots, right? She saved 8 and did allow that one goal in the start of the second half, which...
And that's right around where her median is.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the Bulldogs didn't let that go it didn't let them basically change anything. Their approach was still the same. And they fought back and got that goal back as well a couple minutes later.
Yeah, and they sort of did both of the things we talked about. They sort of fell back defensively, and then they sort of had to do something else. The second the score got to 2-1, I saw a switch flip, not only for Coach Gutierrez, but this team. They knew they needed one more to really secure this one. Excellent coaching on Gutierrez's part, and especially on those corners. Really setting the tone. She had plays. She had drawn up plays for these corner takers to really change things up. That's what you have to pull out. And this was just excellently coached and taking notes from their first meeting where Dean lost by almost the same score, 4-1, not 3-1.
And as you said in the pregame, corners are going to be the difference maker, with Dean having 9 corner opportunities, with Colby Sawyer only having 4.
Yes.
We said this in the pregame and the halftime, that corners were going to be the make or break for this game.
And 9 corners in itself is just way too many. Colby Sawyer really just having too much action inside that 15-meter box to let Dean handedly take this one. The first half was all Bulldogs. The second half, we sort of saw the competitiveness of a championship game. This was a storybook ending for a team that needed it.
And props to both the offense and defense, right? For the Bulldogs. The defense had only basically allowed 9 shots to get to Gardner. And the offense put up 16 shots against the Chargers and their goaltender.
It was a tale of 2 teams in this one, Matthew. I mean, just the sheer offense of the Bulldogs and Emily Yazzetti, Sydney Ramus. Even though Ramus, it doesn't show on the box score, she had such a huge impact in this one. The second she got the ball on her stick, it was just immediate pressure from these Chargers. And Emily Yazzetti, back to her goal, just Excellent open play goal. I think that was the first open play goal of the playoffs. New England College when Kilpatrick scored. That was open play. But that was more like a shot deflection sort of thing on that one.
And one thing I've never seen, too, is Colby Sawyer actually pulled out their goalie
Yes.
to add an extra offensive attacker there so that they could try to make it a quick 2-3 and then hopefully tie it up before the game ended.
That really shocked me when they pulled the goalie. I didn't really think you could do that in field hockey, but I guess it's sort of similar to normal hockey. Getting that extra attacker on, really pressuring Dean. They did it a little too late. I think there was 2.5 minutes to go. I think you do that with maybe 3 minutes to go. Give yourself a little bit more time because you were down 2, not 1 in this one. You got to remember that.
Yeah,
they pulled the goalie down 3-1.
They were trying to get the goalie off when the corner happened, so the goalie has to go back because you can't have a substitution when there's a corner.
That's huge. That was huge for Dean. Just an excellent game, man. This was going to go down in the history books. As we wrap things up, yep. For Matthew Harkey, I'm Anthony Matos. The Dean Bulldogs with their first GNAC Championship ever. Signing off from Grant Field, this has been Boxcast TV and Power 88.3 production. Thank you all for joining us.